we are not just one country. Trying to make us one omnibus, united in transporting. It's never going to work. We do this one 20 times. We continue doing it like that. We must admit reality that we are just different. Hausa person is different. The Fulani is different. Yoruba is different. We are human beings. Okay, we need food, shelter, everything.
And we are Nigerians.
But the Yorubas want to work hard and play hard. Oh, and do SOB. That's what Yorubas want. And the Igbos want to trade and make money. What's wrong with that? In the 60s, Western region was borrowing money to federal government. It's just a fact. It's a fact. We need to go back to what is working. The centralized system will not work. What we have now is not fit for purpose since 1999. Let's have, when you patched some garment, now in 87 places, we really, why not sit down and write an elegant prose of what you want, the vision you have for Nigeria, that even secondary school children can read and say this is how Nigeria will be. But this is how you are thinking. It's just for a certificate of Nigerian lawyers to be introducing clauses Supreme Court. Now they are recommending 45 new justices of the Supreme Court. 45. US has only 9 or maybe 12. When you have 45 Supreme Court justices, over 100 Court of Appeal justices, it's just confusion. Unwieldy.
That's what you're saying.
When Petros says, let's have a serious, but maybe two persons per state who have been briefed on what the people in that area want, and then they come to a convention and say, this is what we want. And the federal constitution is separate from regional constitution. And then the document is produced, and then enactment. This one now, they're going to take it to 30 states. The governors are in control. Nothing can pass the states unless the governor tells the House of Assembly members, oh yeah, vote here, vote here, vote here, vote here. They cannot vote their mind at all. So it's a misdirected course, unfortunately.
So what you're saying is that Nigeria needs what you call a reset.
Absolutely.
In constitutional review process.
Absolutely. This way,
restoring constitutional democracy, reclaiming federalism, and entrenching consent of constituent units. You want to explain that?
Overall, we knew what was working between 54 up to 1960, 65. It worked. And that is that you have separation between federal and the regions. Regions have autonomy to do many things. And they have rights to determine their socio-political views and even cultural. Even the mode of judicial system. In the north, we have penal code. In the south, so
when you say we're not one country, I know
we are one country, one nation. We are not one nation.
Yeah, I know that. I mean, Nigeria.
I correct myself. One nation. We are not one nation. We are not one nation. We are multiples of nations. Absolutely.
I don't know. Under one country, right?
But it needs to be differentiated. It's nothing that I like amala, you like tuwo. Is that a problem?
No,
but eat in your area, then I eat amala in my area. That's what I want. If you are my guest, if you want to eat amala, just know you are eating amala with me. But it's not yours.
Now, for example, one of now you brought up an issue. One of what this tries to correct. I will come to what the chairman said and what you're saying. But one of the things this wants to correct is what you call indigenship. Indigenship. I mean, America is America today because of the potpourri of people that...
No, America is conquered. America was conquered. The indigenous were conquered. And they were overpowered. Is an Ijebu man conquered in Nigeria? Is Hausa man conquered? Is Igbo man conquered? Even Yoruba land alone, Egba is not conquered by Jishas. Ijebu did not conquer the Ibadans.
So you're saying indigenship can't work. Is that what you're saying? I mean, if I live in Hausa, for example, or Igbo, for example, for 10 years, I can vote, I can contest election.
Don't go far, my brother. I'm a Isha person. Does this law make me an Ijebu because I live in Ijebu for 10 years? Have I become an Ijebu of Ijebu? Just within Yoruba land, not even the whole country. Have I become an Ijebu person? Living in Ijebu for 10 years, I will renounce my Ijesha.
No, they're not saying renounce.
No. Once you have leadership, you cancel all this. That's the extent to go. It's pendulum to swing to the extreme. Don't go there at all. Don't go there. I will not claim to be an Ijebu person ever. No matter how long I've stayed in Ijebu land, I will not. It will not be acceptable. It's like oil and water. They will not mix.
No, that's your thinking.
And that's reality. In Europe, Finnish, Finland, Dutch, Germans, everybody is on his own. Iceland.
But there are countries. These are different countries.
Nations, not countries. They're just countries and nation states at the same time. Only Switzerland is many French, German, whatever, and they have confederal arrangement in Switzerland.
Now, see, the chairman of the committee that we just listened to a while ago, he said, that's a House Speaker, he says, the 1999 Constitution is a document that belongs to the people and must reflect the citizens' hopes and aspirations. But you say reliance on 1999 Constitution is not it. Your call is for a legislative action to amend the 1963 Republican Constitution in order to restore true constitutional democracy in Nigeria. It's not
an amendment. It is to lift the suspension on the constitution. It was still suspended.
The 1963.
Yeah, lift the suspension, and then we now know that we have 6 geopolitical zones. We fast forward to now that we have the National Assembly has already enacted 6 geopolitical zones. They already recognize that we have 6 zones. So bring 1963 framework up, produce federal constitution, produce 6 regional constitutions, and then dissolve powers, education, health, roads, everything. Let region do the way it wants. Let control their resources.
So are you saying we should go, because control of resources is one of the things that they are amending, so that states can have their resources with the federal government?
It's not to list it. Even when you're thinking, they don't want to go the whole lot. No, we need to go the whole lot. Let's stop this talking about. Look,
okay, are you saying then that Nigeria should, because that's what it looks like, revert back to regional system?
Absolutely.
Are we not going back?
We have gone back. There are 6 geopolitical zones now. It's already enacted. They form commissions, everything. Go the whole log. We've fought the national anthem, 1960 also. Is it not true?
We have changed.
So there's nothing wrong with going back to what was working. The military break from 1966, we have to roll back. We don't roll it back and do course correction based on the fact that we are regionalized. NASA has agreed that we are regionalized now. We have 6 regions. They call it geopolitical zones. What does that mean? It's the same thing. There might now be people who don't want to be in the 6 zones. Okay, you allow them to have maybe 1 or 2 or more regions. In India, they have 28 states, but they have federal area that don't want to belong to a particular region. So, given now we are comfortable with 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria, we have moved forward beyond 1966 on that basis.
63 or 66?
66.
66. Okay.
66. We have moved now. Now we have 6 geopolitical zones, and even all their bills is still based on geopolitical zones. They want to appoint local justices on 6 zones. Everything 6 federal character.
So why are you then really quarreling with, for example, you have local government autonomy here. You talk about state police, creating a state police alongside federal police, establishing the Federal and State Police Service Commission. You talk about local government autonomy.
Most of these things are not constitutional at all. If you are look, constitution is just a limited framework of governance. You don't specify eating and the way you do in the constitution. You don't do that.
I would think that, for example, they are tinkering with the idea of doing all elections in one day. That's interesting.
Why must you have election one day? For federal election, yes. But region can decide to, they might even have 2-year term instead of 4-year term. But when you have to come to federal Abuja, you follow the federal dictate. But in your region, you might say you want 2 years to make sure that you rotate among all the people in your own area. Why not? In Yoruba land, there are 27 sub-nations there. Egba, Ijebu, Ijesha, Ibade, Ekiti, all like that. So if we have a constitution for Western, you might have to say 2 years so they can go round. But if you are coming to Abuja for 4 years, no problem. But for the zone, we will do what suits us. But this blanket, unified way will never work in this country. It will never work. We must admit reality that we are just different. Hausa person is different. The Fulani is different. Yoruba is different. We are human beings. Okay, we need food, shelter, everything.
And we are Nigerians.
But the Yorubas want to work hard and play hard. Do SOB. That's what Yorubas want. And the Igbos want to trade and make money. What's wrong with that?
No, but they're not saying anything is wrong with it.
So let everybody have the room to express. In America, you have American Indian, everything. You are allowed to express yourself.
Yeah, but this will not cause you not to express yourself.
No, in Nigeria system, if you don't do federal character and everything, you won't be. Everything is based on federal power, federal money. Look at what's happening in Rivers State. It's federal power. We don't want federal power. Let each region do his own. In the UN, the states are suing the government severally to stop Trump from interfering.
Because you have federalism there.
From interfering. You can't interfere in the states in the US. You don't get away with it. The judges are up to the task. But
even though Trump is trying to turn things around.
When we lose in the midterm election.
Yeah, and of course some judges are saying anyway.
They have that system. But here we need to have that system too, where with this omnibus, everybody come to Transcorp Hilton. And then FAC allocation money is missing. NAPC is eating money. Nobody knows where it is. That's wrong. In the 60s, Western region was borrowing money to federal government. It's just a fact. It's a fact. We need to go back to what is working. The centralized system will not work. I'm not a prophet of doom. But this one they are doing now.
No, but they're not. They're also talking about devolution of power.
No, they're not. They didn't. The 60 item, the constitution, they didn't talk about it. 68 item in the exclusive list.
I just mentioned it to you now.
No, they brought some
inclusive governance, security and policing, devolution of powers.
What's the element? It's not there. 68 item in the exclusive list. Do they now have 12 federal and the rest is residual? Why are they talking? Look, they are so laughable. They are creating ecclesiastical courts. Who is going to be the chairman of that court now? An apostle or a bishop? There's a new bill to create ecclesiastical courts. Why are you shopping for problem when there is none? Do Christians want Christian court? They don't want it, but this is there.
Now, you don't throw away the baby with the bathwater. This may be some things that may not be agreeable in the long run.
They're in the wrong direction. They're just inventing small things to justify the fact that they are on alteration cause. We don't want alteration. We want to
the spokesperson of the House says what they are doing demonstrates the House's commitment to inclusive and participatory governance, ensuring that Nigerians have a direct platform to shape.
Where many Nigerians will say that my good friend Clement Wako should be retired, is apostle of alteration for 1999. He's taking it to be a professional duty to be pushing for alteration.
Who?
Clement Wako is the chairman of public something, whatever. It's always there. There are professional ultras of position now in the system. You must retire all of them. Let them go and sit down. Let's have one position once and for all, and let's face development. This 4-year cycle of alteration, they will change the name of local government in the next cycle. They will change the name of capital of the states. The alteration modality is wrong.
Okay, the modality.
Let's just
altering
Constitutional Assembly to produce once and for all constitution with referendum, federal, regional. That's all. If you want to amend your own region, you amend. You don't need to worry about the federal system. The federal the constitution is to specify the relation between the second tier and the first tier. Very simple. 30 pages. 30 pages with federal constitution. The region can do their own. But this one where we have 200 pages, so one document fits all.
I know that the Patriots were supposed to meet the National Assembly.
Well,
have they met the National Assembly?
They have not logistic because the time President Buhari died, he dislocated everything. It was set, everybody was in Abuja from the venue meeting to go to the president and go, but to get people back again is not very easy.
They've been to the president.
They've not. They've not. Since that July event, they've not. To my knowledge, they have not. If they have come to Abuja, would have known. The president have been overseas, will not be around. So the system has been in abeyance, and we need to still bring it up. The Patriots have the most elegant system. Let's do Constitutional Assembly once and for all, not tinkered with referendum, yes or no.
What would that involve from the Patriots? I mean, Constitutional Assembly, what would that really involve? And how will it be different from, I know this is about alterations, but how will it be strictly different from what?
It's for the executive to produce a bill and say, look, start the process. What was missing in the Jonathan system was there is no law to back what Jonathan did, so everybody was so dismayed. If president were to draft a bill now, follow what Patriots have said, and the bill is passed, specifying that there's a process for producing a constitutional assembly, not to be interfered with, process set up, everything, a technical committee to supervise that, and then that is done. Within 3 to 6 months, it will be done. And the organic point of it is that the whole country will now vote once to say, eminent elders in the Assembly have produced a clean draft of both federal and regional constitutions. Do you agree with it? Vote yes or no. Once you have 55% or 60% yes, no, it's affirmed that the country have decided. And then we go forward.
Why would that leave the National Assembly?
Well, they are appropriating their sovereignty, but we donate it to them. But they now seized it and we are now their slaves. The new bill will cure that problem. That they will serve their term. The next election will be based on the new framework. We will not going to drive them away, but they will contest under a new constitution that have different provisions. Parliamentary system. We don't want this presidential system. One camera legislature.
Okay, so the Patriots are also crying out. Well, that's one of the issues that they're raising here.
No, they're not raising it. They're not raising parliamentary system.
They're raising it.
It's not silent. It's many little things are just there. But the real issue is parliamentary system, unicameral legislature.
So you want us to go back to parliamentary system? I mean, the Patriots.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Why would that cut it for Nigeria and not? I mean,
no. If I'm prime minister now, I'm one among equals. I cannot bring my friends and make them minister, PSA. No, all my ministers must come from the parliament. We are all elected together. You understand? So I can now. President can appoint 48 ministers from anywhere.
That's the current system.
That's the current system. But parliament system. You are in parliament. The prime minister is in parliament every week. He's a bona fide member. Now you have someone named, they put the bill there. Now you have someone, the president come and talk to him. If you know someone, he will not come.
They're talking about what we have in the UK.
And what you have UK, the prime minister who is head of government is in parliament every week. Any question coming about military affairs, about better edu, about anything, you ask him point blank, it's televised.
What differences will that make to the one we have now?
Accountability, implicit that you can be questioned. But this presidential system, CFR, FSR, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, everything, you just put yourself in the villa and you don't come out. You travel, you don't hand over to anybody.
Do you think that the president is going to because he said it should emanate from the executive?
Yeah, it's better.
Do you think that the president will want to put together that kind of a bill and send it to the House?
We have the draft already. We have the draft already. It's nothing. It's not. We have that. It's just for him to agree that I want to be a statesman and I want to really change the course of Nigeria for the better. And all we have been doing 1999, we are just pretentious that we are united, we are strong, that we are rich. We are no longer rich, we are poor.
Guys, wahala dey o. Like everybody now wants to separate. The Yorubas are saying they want to go, Igbo is saying they want to go, Hausa is saying they want to go. Like Nigeria has totally messed up. There's no going forward, there's no going backward. Nigeria is stagnant. Like, who would not want to even separate? Because the kind of thing we are facing Nigeria day by day is enough self a particular tribes to separate. Is it the injustice? Is it the killings going on in Nigeria? Honestly, people are really, really tired. Anyway, guys, I'm sure you guys have listened to what this Yoruba elder is saying here. And also, if you're coming across my channel for the first time, do what to hit the subscribe button, like and share this video. So guys, thanks for watching, and see you guys again in my next video.